What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the first Mustang Car Club of New England show for 2024. Very excited. I brought the Mustang up today. I just went into the popular vote section. I haven't had a great chance to go through and clean the car up as much as I wanted to. We'll see how we do. A lot of cars here. I think they have a couple hundred cars in the popular judge section. If we do something, we do. If not, great. We've got Bob's 72 behind us. I'm going to go through and shoot some cars here. There's some cool stuff at the show this year. Some different stuff we haven't seen before, so I want to go through and shoot that. I'm not going to shoot everything. There's a lot of cars here that you've seen in years past, so I'm not going to shoot everything. I'm going to try to be a little bit more in-depth with a few of the cars that I do shoot, so hopefully I hit your car today. I've already had some awesome conversations with some folks, so I'm looking forward to go through and talk to some more. Our first car we're going to shoot is this 1969 Chevelle Malibu 350, not an SS. I love the color on this car. That maroon is stunning, and I love it with the blue Chevy emblem. It just looks awesome. The black stripes are great. The American Racing wheels. This car is a great looking car. Again, I've talked about these cars a ton. What I love about these, and what I've always talked about, is it's really this piece right here in the front end. That angle on the grille that goes into the fender where the headlight protrudes out just a little bit. In 70, that would become more flush. I just think the style on this looks great. And you'll see the 69, I really like the rear end. Now, this one's a vinyl interior, 4-speed. It does have the individual gauges, obviously the billet steering wheel, so a really good looking car. I wish the sun was a little better because the paint on this car is really nice, and I think it would pop. It's a great looking color, but you see the rear end on this too, so this is just such, like I said, out of all the body styles for all the Chevelles, this is my favorite out of all the cars, and I think a 69 Chevelle is one of my favorite all-time cars. This one's great too because while it's not an SS, 350, 4-speed car, BF Goodrich's, this is a great fun runner that, again, may be a little more approachable still. These are a lot of money. These cars are not cheap because the Chevelles have just gone really up, and this is a really nice one, so you're not going to get this for cheap, but just a really good looking, really aesthetically beautiful car. One of my favorite body styles of all time. One of my dream cars. All right, our next car we're going to shoot up here is this beautiful 67 GTA. Red, white racing stripes. Beautiful car. Under the hood is stunning. Nicknamed Lucy. You'll see the wheels are, I love it. They're kind of the knockoffs. Under the hood is gorgeous. Everything is stunning on the car. This is just a really pretty body style. You know, 67's probably, I always vacillate between like 67 and 68 for the best looking body style in the Mustangs. But man, this one looks great. I mean, that fastback style is so iconic. Like we talked about that fender on that GTO, I'm sorry, the Chevelle. You look at the rear end of this car, and I love the way that folds into it. You know, what's crazy to me is you have the Plymouth Barracuda and Dodge Charger that did a similar version of this that I don't think integrated as well. I never loved the style on that car, but when you look at the style on this car, you know, you get the rear scoop up here, but then you get this beautiful flowing line that goes in. This car is absolutely beautiful. And again, a car you absolutely have to just want to take a look at. I mean, everything's really sharp, and this is a great example. And again, it's just such a good looking car from every angle. Okay, my next car I'm going to shoot up here is this 82 Mustang GT. I love the car. I think it's a great looking body style, 4-ride Fox, 82. So the full version of the 5.0 was back, more horsepower. They put the bigger carburetor. You had a couple of years where Ford went to the smaller motors after the 79 launch for some of the restrictions they had around emissions and fuel economy. This one had the really cool looking fog lights in the front. But the reason this car sticks out to me is I had these same wheels on my 88 when I had mine, these ARE 5 stars. I love this wheel. I think this wheel is great looking, and this stuck out to me, so I wanted to come over and shoot it. I think really the wheels are kind of what got me. I love the interior. Just a cool looking car, man. 82 was, you know, this thing back in the day, and 82 would have been so much faster than anything else. And it was like 150, 160 horse. It wasn't particularly fast compared to like even the stuff in the muscle car era or the modern stuff, but for what it did at the time, it was blowing everything else out of the water, and it was really cool. And again, this was right around the time that Chevy was changing over their body style into the new Camaro body style, right? So this was that rivalry was reignited. But again, I love looking at these ARE wheels on this car. I think it just pops, and this thing looks great in this color combination, the black with that red stripe. So very cool 4-ride Fox. All right, we'll do one quick walkthrough, just kind of a scan over the Judge section. There's a lot of cool Judge stuff up here. A lot of nice cars, but most of these I've hit before as we've done some of these shows previously. So like I said, I want to hit some additional stuff I haven't done. So a lot of the Mustangs in here, I'm probably not going to shoot you individually, only because I've hit your car in years past on the shows, not because your car isn't really nice. but I am trying to find some other stuff that maybe I haven't done as much with. So I'm going to go through and give you a quick walkthrough. Now, a couple of cars in here are standing out to me that I will go back and shoot, a more detailed video on. But you see some of the stuff like that 60 Dodge back there we've done before. He's done well at shows. That car is a beautiful car. We've a lot of these Mustangs we've shot. So we're going to go back through and, even like we hit that Herbie last year. So we're going to go through and shoot a couple of the cars maybe we haven't seen as much of. And then we'll come back and go around to more of the popular vote section, hit some more of those. So hopefully, again, I got enough of the cars. Hopefully I didn't forget anybody. But I am going to come back around and shoot some of the stuff I haven't hit and then go back to some more of the popular vote cars on the other side of the show. All right, guys, so I've talked a lot about Mustang 2s. I don't see a lot at the shows. I just got a chance to talk to the owner of this Mustang 2, 78 T-top car, has an 83 5.0 drivetrain in it with the 5-speed, upgraded the wheels to a 14 and 15 inch, but it is that lattice style wheel. But here's what I love. He has a 78 King Cobra in yellow. It'll be on the road soon. I can't wait to see it. I've said I want to see a Cobra 2 King Cobra, a Mustang 2 King Cobra, and I have it. I should see one this year. I'm going to be able to knock it off my list. And this car is just cool, right? Again, these don't get as much love, but again, this was the continuation. This kept the hobby alive for our Mustang enthusiasts. I love the steering wheel. I love the just pure 70-ness of this car. It's just, this is what the 70s were, right? It was cool at the time. It got we needed to get to. Like, look, I'm not saying this is as cool as some other cars out here. Like, look, this Mach 1 is amazing, but this is so different. You come to this show and I'll see a ton of 69 and 70 Mustangs. I don't see a lot of the 2s. I just wish they got a little more love. And this one's kind of neat for a couple of reasons. One, the V8, the 5-speed, the T-tops, the old school steering wheel, which I absolutely love in this car. So just a neat car that you don't see a ton. So the next car I wanted to shoot here today was this beautiful 56 Nomad wagon. This car is stunning. I love the wagons. This one's a Resta mod. I love the interior with the tan, the two-tone tan interior, the Resta modded motor. This one's got AC. Everything's so nice on this. What I like is this car's been made to be driven, but it's also a beautiful show car, right? So we've got the great looking wheels with the Wildwood brakes, the awesome interior. But just like I showed you on that 67 Mustang and that 69 Chevelle, what I think is really cool on this show is I love the style on this. When you look at the body lines on this, it's so different. And again, this is just a great looking body style. 56, I think, on the 56, I think, out of all these Tri-5 Chevys has the best look in the wagon. I think these fins just fit perfectly with that, and this one just flows through so nicely. This is a gorgeous car and one of the ones I wanted to share because I have it, and you guys know I love wagons. This one just looks so nice, and again, everything's just right on it. And again, tough in a black, right? But this one looks great in the black. Beautiful. All right, guys, I want to shoot this Shelby GTH. I think it's a 19. It's not tagged on there. If I'm wrong, especially my brother-in-law will roast me if I'm the wrong year, but I think it's a 19. I love it. I love the style on it. I love the black and the gold. Obviously the Shelby GTH. I've seen a bunch of the newer GTHs. I've never seen the original 66, which would be very cool to see in person, like a real one. But this is a really neat car, very cool. I'm looking at the 5.0 next to us too. And I love telling stories and getting to talk to people. So I got to talk to the owner. Super good dude. He has a flag in the back of the car that's been a really cool story to honor veterans. It was from a veteran that passed away, and it's been in somebody's hot rod since 1973. So the flag continues to move on. I think that's an amazing story. So I'm definitely gonna throw your car in the video because it's a cool car, one, but the fact that you're continuing on in the hobby and respecting the flag and showing that's very cool. So awesome.
Mine is just a regular one.
2001 factory 5 Cobra kit. Very cool in this color combination with it's white and a very subtle gold with the knockoff wheels, side exhaust. It looks like we've got a fuel injected Cobra motor in here, right? So very cool. And again, this is a very cool, fun car. I love the style on it. The Factory 5 kits, I think, are some of the nicest kits out there, and this one looks really nice. So I do dig this car quite a bit. I think it's really sharp. All right, guys, 71 442 W30, red fender wells, 455, 4-speed, 342 rear end. Got a chance to talk to the owners. They've owned the car for like 28 years. I may have shot this at another show, but it really popped. I'm sorry the clouds are out right now because this is a green, and it's a beautiful green. It's a jade color from GM with a white interior. Absolutely beautiful. But again, you go through and take a look and you see that. And the first thing I've always told you guys, if you're looking for a 442 W30, look for the red fender wells. We've got everything else in here, obviously the blue on the motor, the right air filter, the right air cleaner setup, just a really cool, good looking car. And again, great car in this color and style. All right, to give some love to our 80s car brothers, we got a chance to talk to the folks that own this car, dad and son. They have a few cars. Son also owns a Fox body. They have a 65 Mustang, 87 IROC in that copper color. 350 automatic, so the 5.7 T-top car, original wheels. I love these wheels in the gold. I think they look awesome. I'm glad he didn't change them. Cloth interior, just a very clean car. The car now, it's got a little issue with the clear coat, right? So clear coat kind of burnt through, which happens. It is, it's an older car, right? The car is 37 years old, but I love the style on it. And these guys were just great to talk to see someone like 18 years old that's super enthusiastic about the hobby. I love seeing that, and he definitely was. It was a great conversation. And he was also super proud of his Fox body, right? So he has a Fox body convertible. Great conversation. Again, looking at these 80s cars, this is a throwback to my childhood. This would have been a car I would have raced in my Fox body back in the day. And the fact that this one is the 350 with the T-tops, with the original gold IROC wheels, really makes it even all the more special. So like a very, very cool car that I'm very happy to check out. All right, so we got another car up here that's kind of interesting. You guys know I love talking to folks. Probably too much if you talk to my wife. But we have this 98 GT. The owner's owned it for a long time. It's his fun car he has on the weekend. What I love about it is the passion. We were talking about the car. He's done a ton of stuff to it. Put the chin spoiler on it. Did the strut tower bar. Loves driving the car. And what's cool with these don't get as much love. I think this car is just a cool car. The bullet wheels are great on it. Very cool with the tan interior. So really cool, fun car. And again, something that doesn't get as much love as some of the other cars do, but I think it's just a great looking car. And again, talking to the owners is always the cool part. Like, I love talking to people that drive the cars and enjoy it, and he does, and that's one of the coolest parts about this car. Again, the SN95, specifically 94 to 98, don't get as much love as the, obviously the New Edge stuff does, but these are awesome cars. And again, very underappreciated. Great value, tons of fun to drive. So if you're looking for something great to drive that's fun, that looks cool, this is a car to go with. And I think its style has aged really well now, because again, it's a little different than the more, the fake scoops you have on the SN95 New Edge from 99 to 2004. So it's pretty cool. All right, I want to shoot this 98 Viper. It was on the highway in front of me. He kind of came up to me and like he wanted to race me, and I'm not stupid. I'm not racing my Fox against this Viper. This thing's awesome. Obviously, we know the 8-liter V10. Rear exhaust in a 98, which I don't know if that was common. I can't pretend I know enough about these first-gen Vipers to say if that was. I thought most of them had the side exhaust. It looks like the body was set up for it. Now, I know there was some kits you could adjust, but I don't know if that was a factory option or not. But I do love the double bubble top. Kind of what you'd see like back in the old, Ford GTs and stuff. So you had the little bit of space on the top to actually put the a helmet on if you're trying to race the car. Now, the reality is probably not going to happen. This is really tight inside. I do like that he has a Miata sticker because it is kind of a Miata color, which is great. 6-lug wheels, which I didn't realize the Vipers were 6-lug. I thought they were 5. Now, again, don't know if that's factory. They do look like aftermarket wheels, because the factory Viper wheel would have been different. Now, these could have been a factory Viper wheel or just been like plastic dipped or powder coated. So that is possible, but looking at it, it's very cool. I love the interior. Again, this first gen, you had like no anti-lock brakes, no traction control. This was just like a 400 horsepower, high torque V10 rear engine monster that had no safety controls to help you with this crazy removable top. And I love it for it, and I love the color on it. I think it's just a great looking car. All right, guys, we're gonna shoot this 93 Fox body. Love the color. I love this green, the teal, pure like late, early 90s color. Every car in the 90s was like this color. We had a friend that had a Geostorm that was this color. We know guys that had these Mustangs. It's great. This one is a pretty original, 44,000 miles. Talking to the owner, Flowmaster exhaust. Like, other than that, in the radio, it's a pretty original car. And we were looking at, a couple things you'd look at in the 93 versus my 88. You would see, obviously, the Mustang emblem we've talked about, the 140 mile an hour speedometer. You have the airbag steering wheel. This one's pretty nice because it's got the sunroof as well. I do love the pony wheels. Always a fan. This is always hit or miss with the Mustang guys with that two-tone. So the option you had with the gray body was a really common option from like 88 on. People just kind of had to decide which do they like that style or not. I prefer the body color, but I do understand this is kind of an iconic look too, and it does look cool. And you see this, it's a Fox body right away. So this one's really clean. I wanted to share it because it's a really cool, nice car. All right, 1956 Chevy 4-door. Looks like a 283. It looks like an air bath oil filter, which I think it is. White wall tires, all original, which I love. Again, this car, how cool is this? Just an old school, all original 56 Chevy 4-door. Again, something cool. Like, I'm not knocking any of that stuff that we see a ton of, but like, this is cool to me. Like, this is so unique. And again, I've shot so many GTOs and 57 Chevys. No knock against it, but this is just a very cool car, and I absolutely dig it. All right, guys, 2003 Ford Mustang convertible, Centennial Edition. I shot some pictures of some of the stuff in here. Very cool. FR 500 wheels, which are not factory, look great. I had FR 500s on my 02 hardtop. I love these wheels. I think they look amazing. These ones look great. Tan interior. This one is a 5-speed, so when you look on the outside, you can see we have some of the commemorative pieces calling out that it's the 100th anniversary, which is very cool. Again, something I haven't seen before. I go to a lot of Mustang shows, and I'm used to seeing most of the stuff out here. This is unique for me. I had not seen this one, so I wanted to share it. I think it's very cool, and I dig it. Obviously, the SN95's not super crazy expensive. Hopefully, I doesn't have the issue I had on mine. What I used to run into on a lot of the SN95s is right here in this bend in the convertible, you would run into issues. You see a little bit right here where it would fold in. So the Cobra's got a cloth top. These were a vinyl top. These vinyl tops would bunch up when they were closing, and you get a little bit of an issue with a pinch. His is pretty clean. Mine had a lot more issues than his did. This one's actually really nice, so I'm glad he doesn't have that issue. And these also tend to have issues with like paint chips. The paint was kind of soft on these cars, and you'll see as you look at them as you're driving on the road, you sometimes run into some paint chips. I see a couple little ones on here, super common, but I like this style in this car a lot. I think it looks great. I think especially with that 100th anniversary and all the cool stuff that it came with, is a very cool, unique car. I've shot a few AMXs at the shows too. I like this car, kind of, you know, AMC's answer to the 2-seat sports car, smaller than the Javelin, kind of a similar body style, like the side exhausts. Obviously the Krager SS's always look good, and we all have got the BF Goodriches, but this is a 4-speed. I'm not sure if the motors are like a 343 or a 390, but it is a really good looking car. Again, I like the color, the darker red, 343 right on the tag here, so it's a 343 with the racing stripes. So very cool car. And again, AMX, something you don't see as often. You know, I also saw this 55 Chevy when I came in, but again in the red. I love the centerline wheels. They're very cool. Again, very old school hot rod vibe. So again, a cool car here that I just wanted to shoot and share. There is the 92 summer anniversary. I'm not going to go deep into it. I shot him a couple of years ago. We were just chatting. He's a super good guy. But I'll give him a little love here in the video just so he sees it. But it is a cool car. Special edition 92 summer special. Red, white wheels, white interior, white top. Very cool. And 1 year only in that style as that summer edition that would come out that year. Following year, you would get the yellow with the black or white top and the chrome pony wheels. All right, guys, we're gonna shoot this car right here, 71 Z28. Again, you know I love a story about a car that stayed in the family its whole life, and this one has. So I absolutely love that. This car has had some upgrades done to it, some different modifications in the motor, over 400 horsepower, Hotchkiss suspension, updated kind of to make it a better driver, right? It's still a great looking car. It looks very original. We got a little bit of updated wheels. But if you take a look, the interior is really sharp. The car is really clean. I love the hood pins. I love the blue on the car. We do have the chrome bumper. It's obviously a Z28, but again, original owner, 71, in the family forever. Talking to the owner saying, look, it's not getting sold. It'll go to the grandkids, which I love that story too. You know, we always dig when we kind of hear that, hey, this is an heirloom for the family. It's going to stay there. And in a car like this, you have to love it, right? The color is just so nice. Like when I think of a 71 Camaro, any of these early, you know, second gen Camaros, these are the ones I think about. I love this color. I think it looks great. And again, this body style would continue on until the early 80s, but you'd have the softening of the front end. It wouldn't quite be as aggressive looking. Still a very nice looking car, but I think these early versions are the best. And then again, the Z28 with the upgraded suspension, the upgraded brakes, the more horsepower. This is just a great, fun resto-modi car to drive, and it looks great, and it looks very correct. So a car I wanted to share. We were fortunate to take a trophy today. This was an interesting one. I didn't go in the judge class because I just never had a really good chance to detail under the hood, so we went into the popular class. And I'm almost more proud of this one because we had like 200 cars in the popular class today. There were like 45 or 50 cars in the judge class, but to be one of, I think, 15 out of the 200, pretty cool. The only I will give the Mustang Club a little bit of a hard time, and you guys did a great job, so I'm really just giving you a hard time. But how do we not have a Mustang on the trophy? We've got a GTO, a Chevelle, and look, maybe a 32 Ford, so I'll give you a bit of a Ford on there. But you gotta have a Mustang on the Mustang Club trophy, guys. I see the Mustang logo, but the cars on there, we gotta do a better job making sure we get some Mustangs. But again, I do appreciate you guys. It was a great show. Weather held out, thankfully. It was kind of hit or miss if it was gonna rain or not, but it was a lot of fun. A little of the War Memorial as I was finishing up the video here. Another great show here. Again, the Mustang Club does an excellent job of getting a ton of mix of cars, great people, so many fun conversations today. A lot of great conversation about the Fox body. You know, we'll see how we do from a trophy standpoint. I haven't looked yet. We had a lot of people looking at it. We'll see if we did anything. I threw in the popular vote today, not the judge class. The popular vote class was very big today, so we'll see what happens. Again, we're good either way. We had an awesome day. Got to talk to a lot of really cool people. I hope you enjoy the video, guys. There's Going to be a lot more videos coming up in the very near future, so hopefully the next 2 to 3 weeks we'll get, you know, a couple more shows, and then we really hit into the meat of the season in July. I know the Mustang Club has a show in Fitchburg. We have our show at Endicott. There's the shows in Waltham. There's a ton of shows coming up, so we're looking forward to all these shows this year. Please continue to check us out. If you haven't done it so far, please hit that subscribe button. We always appreciate it. Also hit the like button and throw in the comments, like, what's your favorite car? What cars would you like to see at a car show? Or if there's something, you know, you'd like to see me call out at a show that I haven't talked about. If you see me walk by something and say, hey Bill, I haven't seen you talk about one of these kind of cars, please do that and let me know. We appreciate all you guys as always, and we'll talk to you real soon. Thanks.